bit anyways. We're going to start here with the real life tarot. Real life tarot. A story. A story. What is the story of the day? What is the story of the day? The story of the day begins with a big tray of pills. All kinds of pills. There's 4 times 1, 2, 3. 24 different kinds of pills. Maybe we take these one a day, one sort of pills a day, or the whole mess. So we're starting our story with a bunch of pills and caution tape. Caution tape. Caution, concern for the road trip we are about to embark upon, a journey that first begins with a whole bunch of pills. Are they vitamins? Are they minerals? Are they pharmaceuticals, or all of the above? But we are concerned for the road trip we are about ready to embark on. And why are we going on this trip? It's because we're going to meet this gamer. A gamer whose screen went blank, sitting there with a can of Red Bull, crumpled up paper, and a blank screen. And the gamer is a storyteller. The nose stretches with each word he speaks. We started out with a bunch of pills. We're concerned about the road trip to go meet the gamer, and this is why we're concerned. It's Pinocchio is who we're here to see. And Pinocchio is with this person in a muumuu at Burning Man. We're going to Burning Man out there in the middle of the desert. The road map leads the way. Because we need, because of this prime rib we're going to eat. We're going to eat some prime rib with Pinocchio and this lady in a muumuu. But there's danger ahead. Danger on the road because someone is controlling, calling the shots, pushing the button on this remote control. So that's how this story starts to unfold. But let's go and see what the next chapter of the story is. It's Saturday night. It's Saturday night right now. The 6th of July. Oh, it's not Saturday night. It's Sunday morning on the 6th of July. I think it might be like 12:30 a.m. in the morning on the 6th of July. It's early in the day. What is the story for right now, as told by the Real Life Tarot? The Real Life Tarot knows it all. The Real Life Tarot can tell a story like no other tarot can. Because there is no other tarot in the world like the Real Life Tarot. Let's give it another shuffle. Just another shuffle, because there's a pothole in the road. We lost a tire when we hit that pothole. All right, we're going to cut the deck into 3 pieces like that. and give it another cut. I didn't look at the cards except for that one. And we're going to start the story with this card. Packages. There's a bunch of packages at the front door. All kinds of things. I don't know what's in the package. This one's kind of soft. Maybe it's a pillow. This is big. Maybe a computer. Maybe some fun stuff. Some fun stuff has landed at the front door. And look. In one of those packages, hello, Nimera, welcome. In one of those packages, they have sent back your screenplay. Maybe they sent it back with some notes. Uh-oh. They don't like it. They didn't like the screenplay. It had, well, they didn't have enough, they didn't like the screenplay. Okay. And why didn't they like the screenplay? Because pieces of it were deleted and missing. And welcome, Nimera. Welcome. It's great to see you. And surprise, there's a bomb went off in your brain. You're bankrupt. And that's what happened here. So, you bought a bunch of stuff. You sent out your screenplay. It came back, one of these boxes, with the words on it that said, danger, we don't want this. There's whole pieces of it are missing. You got a revelation in your head that you are bankrupt. And so that's how the story is today. No, I'm just starting out. So that, and so we will start out. We'll do a reading for you. How about we start first, because we're going to be doing, what's the vibe is what the deck is, but let's start first by lighting a candle to Mary, and we'll light this candle of intention to Mary and asking Mary to guide us in all of the readings tonight. Welcome. I will do your reading next. So let me just start that list. We are looking at Nimera. Okay, Nimera wants a love reading. And USHRI would like a career. CARE. I can't spell today. A job reading. Okay. All right. I got that. I will, but I need to light the candle. I want to light the candle. So let's just all concentrate and say a prayer to Mary or whoever makes whatever goddess or entity that makes sense to you, okay? But I'm going to light that to the Mary of Guadalupe. Mary of Guadalupe is a South American deity. So Mary Guadalupe, be with us here tonight. And that we may speak only the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, so there are the intentions. The truth. We are seeking the truth. And let that burn down a little bit. Let's put that there. Let me clear the air. A love reading for Numera. What's the vibe? What is the vibe of for Numera? Does she have any? What is her love process, her romantic prospects? What is her romantic prospects? Okay. All right, these cards popped out. They just fell out. You saw that. Well, first card is feeling either tired or empty, and you worry too much, and you feel a great distance, or maybe you're being ghosted by whoever you are seeking after. And so let me go in. I'm going to go in and, but that's for the present moment. Being tired, worried, and a feeling of separation. I'm going to go into this, my crosswords oracle, and we're going to go and asking about love reading for Numera. Love reading for Numera. A love reading for Numera. Love prospects. What are Numera's love prospects? What are Numera's love prospects? Okay, this is the one we're using, 2 and 4. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. And 6 is the number of love. And so when I did my ritual for prior to coming up here, this number has come up every single time for the last 3 or 4 times to do a reading for doing this. So it's the idea of love and relationships. So this is the number. This is a sense that you are in desiring of love and relationships, but there are some issues that are standing in the way. And so those issues are these things of being burdened by your worry, and then maybe whoever it is that you are speaking to or not speaking to is adding distance to you. And so, but we have 2, which is about balance, and 4, which is about the number 4, which is about foundations and building those foundations and having balance in your life. Okay? So that's what this, just from a numerological point, in order to go towards love and having that love and relationship, you need to first create some balance and to build the foundations, build the foundations of your life. And the words that are popping up here is Mars, which is like the god of war, which could be a warring. Maybe there's a sense of war within your heart, a war. And then the things that you need to watch out for is men who are sly. So that could, those things, a sly man could be a person who would be wanting to take advantage of you. It would put you into a state of worry all the time, and will in the end result will be exhausting. You'll be exhausted by that type of a relationship. You want to watch out for anyone who is too slick and too sly, okay? Because in that, there's nothing in that relationship but venom. So you think of like a snake, or a poisonous snake being bitten by a poisonous snake, because of this sense of this fight. Yeah, so this is what I have, what I have that's coming to you. And so you're not this type of individual who is sly, manipulative, kind of like a magician type of person. And so if you look in at a who's a sleight of hand, who may be maybe a scammer, or who's trying to take advantage of you. They could be trying to take advantage of your good nature and your open heart. And so that person, you want to be on the lookout for that one, because they might actually come across as being like a tycoon, like maybe a powerful person, or like they come across as though they are wealthy, but inside they're not. Inside it's just nothing but venom. And so that's what I have for you, as far as what, and then what would happen, and what would happen if you are in with this relationship like that. It is these type of things that will be. It'll just burn you out. It'll burn you up. It'll exhaust you because of the manipulation, the lies, and everything. It'll exhaust you, but it'll leave you in a state of worry, in a state of fear, in a state of strong emotions. But in the end, it'll just end in separation, because it'll be a constant separation, coming and going. So maybe it's a long distance relationship, and you're texting, or you're emailing, or you're phone calling, but then they never commit to getting back together with you. I'll be with you in just a little bit. Let me finish with Namira's reading, please. And so anyway, I'm going to draw for you. I'm going to draw for you what I'm going to draw for you is one of these cards from this, but instead of this being money, we're going to substitute. This could be coming to you if it is this type of the person, like a sly person, a person who comes across like a business tycoon, or a wealthy person, but that just may be an illusion that they are giving to you. And so when I'm going to draw one of these cards, and this is and so in that, this is the card we're drawing. And so this is like maybe a lesson, or just something of that you can just kind of think about. And what it says here is, I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. So you want this, and maybe you know what you want. So you want to really think about what it is that you want in a man, that you want in that relationship. And you want to just sort of work on developing the skill to direct your thoughts, and direct your thoughts towards this type. And this is what the lesson here says, is that the most valuable skill or talent you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts towards what you want. To be adept at quickly evaluating all situations and then quickly coming to the conclusion of what you want most, and then giving your undivided attention to that. There is a tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thoughts that will yield results that cannot be. Yes, you can do that with journaling. I would recommend journaling, and I would recommend prayer and working on developing directed thought skills. And so that's with that. And then finally, I want to see what Mother Mary has to say. See what Mother Mary has to say. So write it on down. Yes, write those intentions down. So like before I do each one of these sessions, I actually start with writing. I write down, these are the things that I kind of go into my my Catholic Missal. I take a page, and then I look at the numbers, and these are just the things that the ideas that that have come up for me. And so maybe you go into whatever your holy, if you follow any scriptures or anything like that, that you can write those down, whatever your guides are in that, and then write down that, and then also asking, because you want a relationship in which that it is mutual love and mutual love, but you don't want one where it's going to leave you in a place of being exhausted and anxious, and ultimately just in a place of being destroyed. But let's ask Mary Mother for a word. Mary Mother, please give a word to Nimera, a word for Nimera that she can use in order to direct her heart towards whoever will be her future romantic partner. For the one who will love and protect her, and to be a good person, a good partner for her. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Nimera. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Nimera now. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Nimera. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Nimera now and all throughout her journey here. And so here is the card that came out. And so you see this is the wisdom of this owl, surrounded by, I will be right with you, Raphael. I have one person ahead of you. And so we are looking at, and thank you for being here, Raphael. And so you notice the expression on her face. She has kind of a somber look, not sad, and she's surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roses. So 5 is a number of change. It is a number of freedom, and it's a number of challenge. Yeah. And so this one, and in this here, Mary is asking you to think of the owl, and to take that spirit of the owl, and owls are known to be, they can see in the dark. They are known to be wise animals, wise spirits. And so this wise spirit of discernment. And then over here, there's this little boat. This little boat here. And this also looks like a bird. Wings of a bird, or like an angel on your heart. So keep the angels, the messengers on your heart, and it is burning with a fire that is illuminating you like this. And then there is a sense of taking a trip sometime. 5, travel, going to do a change. There's a far off mountain over there. Okay, let's go read what the backside says. It is Our Lady of the Resurrection. The heart recognizes when something has run its course. In letting go, you create a powerful, consciously chosen sacrifice that stimulates the birth of what needs to happen next in your life. Honor what is unfolding, even if it involves the pain of loss. You have the capacity to experience a sacred connection with life as you honor the endings that are a natural part of life's endless creative expression. So a ending and a new beginning. And so that's what we're looking at here. Okay. All right. I want those cards to stay there. I think I'm done with the new... I don't know. I may not be done with that. Let's see. I got this whole big pile of paintbrushes and everything. All right. Let's put this away. Put this over here. And I'm going to put this card back over here because it's just staying here with us. You're welcome. You're welcome. And you had a good time the other night. Yeah. I wanted to come on last night, but I got too tired. And so we have a job reading for Inertia. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. I have an audio processing issue, so I don't have had trouble pronouncing names and things like that. So you have borrowed money from friends, and okay, I will. I'm gonna ask. What we'll do is that is not a. We will use. I'm gonna go to. This is a tarot deck that I haven't read from yet, and this was given to me by the More Intuitive Me. So you have good news too. Your neighbor, she has a nephew, and they come to your house and they touch your numbers. My numbers were down, and it was her. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read from this. We're just gonna read the pictures. We're not gonna. What we're gonna be doing here. If you're still here, are you still here? Okay, you're still here. Yes, I'm gonna be reading you next for a job reading. We're gonna do a yes/no spread, and that's a 3-card yes/no spread. But first, let's clear the air. Let's clear the spirit out of the air. I'm going to clear the slate with this sound. And we will be writing and working on a new story. We'll be working on a new Shuri story. Mary, Shuri is asking, will he have a job soon? Will he get a job soon? Will he get a job soon? We will do these cards are all upright. They're not mixed up together. So I need to mix them up first. Yes. Well, let's we want to make sure that we're thorough here. You know, if you're looking for a numerological thing, you might I okay, no, I think that um what I will do is I'll let me okay. Um Inertia, I don't necessarily need that. I'm gonna do a yes, no, but I can go and examine your I see you're just learning. I just use this I use this book here as a guide. This is the guide I use for most of my my numbers questions. But let me I'm sorry, I'm being distracted here. And I want um sorry, this is a yes no spread for about a job. 3-card yes no spread. It's a 3-card yes no spread. But you know what? I'm going to write that number down, and I'm going to 18 plus 4 plus 1999. Okay. We are going to we'll look at that. We'll look at that number next. I'm not looking at it as a life path. I'm just adding those. I'll add those digits together, and to give you a single digit of an energy that you have about you. If you need to go look at a life path thing, you could probably just go to ChatGPT and it'll probably give you that, because I don't have that information in my head. Welcome, Julianne, welcome. So this is a 3-card yes/no spread about will Nuri get a job really soon? Will Nuri get a job really soon? Will Nuri I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. I apologize. I really, I do. Will Nuri get a job really soon? Get a job really soon. Okay, that's 2 cards. And here's the 3rd one. And upright. So it looks from the cards, it's yes, you will get a job soon. But what we're looking at here is you need to have strength. You need to have strength here. And this here is about new beginnings, new inspiration, and to keep your emotions in check. Water card. Water is about emotions. It's about the sea. You think of the sea. You think of rivers. You think of rain. But in this sense, it's a very positive, it's a positive sensation. And then your body, which is made mostly of water. And you know, the moon is not full right now. It was like this shape. The moon was this shape tonight. You know, pay attention to that moon and then we have the card of the moon in reverse. And so the moon upright is about deception. And I'm just reading this energy for you of what this yes answer means. This is the energy of that yes answer. And there is a sense of deception here, because this is the moon in reverse, has a deceptive energy to it. So yes, you will get a job soon, but you need to be strong. You need to concentrate on this water energy, of, and which is like of emotions and um, emotions and things of the heart, Okay, so this is that. Now let me just go take a look at this number that you provided for me. And so we're looking at the number, let me just add this up. This is number 9 plus 4 plus 9, 9 is 27, 28, 2 plus 8. Okay, and that one goes 9 plus 4, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's the number 5. And 5, you're a life path 5, sir. Okay. Well, this here comes to the number 5. And yes, and so in that sense, I forget what the life path 5 was. I look I life path. Let me just look it up here. There's too many words here. Well, it just says that you're a spontaneous, flexible person. So what I'm seeing here, in just taking this energy of this number 5, is that from just looking at this, the number 5, it's about challenge, change, and freedom. And that's just the singular number of 5. That's what the energy is surrounding the number of 5, is that maybe you need to be challenged, and you might need to change something here. Okay, I'll be with you just as soon as I finish this one. I don't want to get ahead of myself. And so that's just with your thing. So your life path 5, but just this is what that number 5 means, of challenge, change, and freedom. And since you know what your life path 5 is, so then you've already researched what that means. And so in this, it does say that you're going to have a job, but let's see what kind of job. What kind of job is he going to get? What kind of job is Nuri going to get? What kind of job is he going to get? What kind of job? What kind of job is he going to get? What kind of job? What kind of job is he going to get? What kind of job? What kind of job is he going to get? Okay, these stuck to my fingers. So, and the total energy of that, 5, 10, 10, 10, 10. Sales. Oh, so you have a job, and so you're asked about it. You have a sales job, and so 1010. It's funny because I drew the number 1010 earlier today, and 1010 is about new beginnings and enlightenment. So if we look at the number 1010, 10 and 1 is new beginning, and 0 is infinite possibilities. So it's a sense of you need to look at, so you have an interview coming in a week. So that may be in this sense of you need to be careful of any deceptions and deception in this your job, because this says there's a yes, you will get a job soon, but this in this it's being careful of any deceptive energies. And the angel number you need to really be thinking about is the number 1010, and you can go look up the number 1010, and there's probably multiple meanings of what it means, and then you can just, whichever one of those meanings to 10, the angel number 1010 that makes the most sense to you, what resonates with your heart is the one that it is. But just the basic definition of angel number 1010 is new beginnings and infinite possibilities. So the words that are coming to my mind are dream, trust, and cloak. Dream, trust, but then there's another word here, pen. And what that in that sense, what this means to me is that you can write your own future. You can be the author of your own life. You have the pen, and with the power of the pen, you can write. You have the agency over your own life. That's what, to me, what I'm getting with the number 10, coupled with that the number 1010 coupled with the number pen. You are the word pen. You know, Raphael, your future, and in the sense of this is as your energy is right at this moment. That's right at this moment. But tomorrow is a different day, and maybe you change something. Maybe you change something in your life, and that changes the whole energy of it. But we're talking about like just this moment right now, because this is really the only moment we have. It's right now, and so that's what we're talking about. Is okay, you're a software engineer, and so you're writing, but the sense that you have to dream, you change your career path, and you dream, and you're dreaming what you want to do, something different, and you need to trust that dream, trust that. But then this sense of a cloak, and in the level where I'm thinking about the cloak is like a cloak of protection, or you are hiding underneath a cloak. So whatever that means to you, cloak, whether you're hiding or you're using it as a means of protection, but because of this sense of this deceptive energy here, you may need a cloak of protection, and to bring on ask the angels for protection here, and to be strong, and you think about this water energy of new inspiration. Okay, let me close this out. And the yes, and so there, Raphael, this was the other number that was next in line, was the number 5, and we your life path 5, and so we talked about that number 5 of change, challenge, and hope, or change, challenge, and freedom. And so you make this change, and you can come into a different level of freedom. All right, let's have a little word from Mary. I guess this is what popped out. So you think of these nice, brilliant colors here. And in that, there's a new aspect coming into your life, this new part of yourself coming into your life, and that needs to be nurtured and held, and that way, so that it can grow and become a part of you. And so that's what this message is. And let's kind of read. It's another one about rebirth, like just like before with Nimera, it was about a rebirth. And so Our Lady of the Ocean of Rebirth. Inside, karmic forces are at work in our lives, creating circumstances that support our soul fulfillment, sometimes through golden opportunities and sometimes through obstacles that we must grow to overcome. Your soul is currently processing deep and powerful karmic energies. You are outgrowing old patterns and simultaneously harvesting good karma. You are creating a pathway for a new, improved expression of your soul life. Okay, there we go. All right, Raphael, you are next, and let me clear the slate here, and then I will begin with your reading. And let me see, what was your question, Raphael? We have it back here. Would you like to reframe your You're welcome. You're welcome. Would you like to reframe your question, Raphael, please? Would you like to reframe your question? And while you are rewriting your question, I'm going to ask the spirit to clear the slate, for clearing the slate. So if this sound be to clear the slate, that we can begin anew with a new question and a new answer. All right. For Raphael's question, is this a love reading, Raphael? Are we is she waiting for you? Are we reading on love for you? Okay, so is she waiting for you? So a love reading for Raphael. Okay. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. Raphael, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Raphael now You're welcome. So we are looking at a love reading for Raphael. Tell me about Raphael's love. Tell me about Raphael's love. What about Raphael's love? Tell me about Raphael's love. Okay. Okay. Tell me about Raphael's love. 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 Tell us about Raphael's love. Tell us about Raphael's love. So, the number two is a number about duality and balance. And so if we're looking at duality, the yin and the yang, the good and the evil, a balance between these two states. And so this person a balance. So the words that are coming to me are obtain, pilot, and petal. Obtain, pilot, and petal. So is it that she wants to obtain you, or do you want to obtain her? She wants to go out with you. She wants to obtain you. And petal, like a flower petal. Obtain, pilot. And so when you think of a pilot, is that in this case, you can fly, or she can fly. About your love, you can fly. She can fly. Soft like a petal, fragrant like a petal, like a flower petal. But then there's this issue of obtaining, like this person, or that this love was an object to obtain. And people aren't objects to obtain. You know, it may feel like we can obtain them, but that's not a very positive word here, in a sense. So, okay, so we're looking at a balance, balancing your emotions, balancing that the good and the bad. Okay, so is this somebody you want to go out with? Raphael, do you want to date this person? I mean, you used to date her in the past, but do you want to date her? Let's go see what the vibe is on this situation. What is the vibe on Raphael Raphael's love, or this lady? What is the vibe? What is the vibe here on Raphael? What is the vibe? What is the vibe? What is this, the energy in Raphael right now, right in this moment? What is the energy right now, right in this moment with Raphael? First off, you may have a feeling that you need protection, that you have to put a protective layer around your heart. You're always trying to buy stuff, trying to obtain. And so this person isn't somebody you can buy or obtain. If she comes to you, it's of your own free will, because you can you can be the the pilot of your own airplane, but there's a sense that you need a desire to protect your heart. So you've never dated her. So but then you have this is a daydreaming, and spending time daydreaming about this person, daydreaming, and that can lead to being in a place of a lot of unrealistic expectations, and it's best to not do this when you're thinking of dating anybody. To not try to imagine what they're like or anything. To not do that, because whatever you come up with is going to be a disappointment. And so it's like, well, I mean, a lot of people, they do online dating and everything else, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it does. A lot of people do it. Maybe the algorithms, maybe they match you up pretty well, but when you start talking to a person, let's say through texting or through means in which you don't actually have a face-to-face encounter with them, you end up daydreaming a lot about them, and you create illusions and delusions and hopes and dreams about this person, and ultimately those things, they don't necessarily work out. They don't come into being. They don't come into fruition. This other card here of antisocial, or in a sense that your feelings in this situation, they can either drive you away from the person, and then but then we look at that of this love affair. So protection, but daydreaming can cause an unrealistic, yes, to idealize. And when you idealize a person and you actually meet them, you can come into a place where it just doesn't seem to be right. Your expectations and everything just don't match up. And then then a sense of, and having a love with a affair with a person such as this, it it may not work. It may not work out very well, and that's in that sense. And so if we do, that's my the advice here is that you really need to um, ask for protection in this affair, in this whatever is going on. Now it could result in a love affair, but sometimes love affairs are not permanent things. They may be just flings, and because of this daydreaming and because of this that can result in silent in anti emotions that I don't know, you feel kind of shut out. You may shutting somebody out of your heart or whatnot. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. So you have this sense of with that because of this of a desire to obtain somebody, and you really can't obtain a person. People come as if they wish to come. Okay, let's do, in this sense, I want to do this other oracle, and this is a like a law of attraction lesson thing about money, but I think that in this sense we're going to reapply it towards a for love, in that you are really you want to attract love into your life, but you want to attract and so we're just asking it about love, love for Raphael. So what it says, and we'll just look at this, we'll read this, and then we'll look at the other side. Start telling a better feeling story about the things that are important to you. Do not write your story like a factual documentary, weighing all the pros and cons of your experience, but instead tell the uplifting, fanciful, magical story of wonder of your own life and watch what happens. It will feel like magic as your life begins to transform right before your eyes. So it's asking you to protect, but this card here is asking you to, like I said with Numera, in this, it's about going in and journaling what exactly you are looking for. What are you looking for? What are you looking to attract into your life? And kind of having set an intention to put out there. So love comes not by magic, but by universal laws. Love comes not by magic, but by universal laws. And so just kind of think of that image here. And let's just go one more of these cards here. Number 30, and where three means self-expression and creativity. Yeah, so you can go back over this and look at it after it posts. Where 3 means self-expression and creativity, and 0 means infinite possibilities. So you can write you can be the pilot of your own plane and write your own future, because when you ask, is the future set? Well, no, the future isn't set, because you can continually rewrite your future, because by the choices you make today. Okay, let's just see what kind of words of encouragement it has for you. Esteem, working on your self-esteem, not taking the first person who comes along, being your self-esteem, your self-worth, looking into the mirror and seeing yourself as love, as a product of love from your parents. Your parents, they loved you, or they love you, and they made you from their love, and that's what you are. And do this every day, every day, every day, and say the same identical thing, that you are love, you are a product of love, and you are worthy of love. Okay? All right, that's what I have for you. I have to make sure I don't wake up my mother. Let us clear the air here. Let's clean the slate off. All right. Okay, that is correct. Is there any further? We'll just clear the air out first to see if there's any further questions. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Raphael. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Raphael now and on his journey to find love. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, Raphael. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Raphael now and all along his journey to find love. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Raphael. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Raphael now and all along his journey to find love. Okay. That's all I got. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And since there are no other readings, I'm gonna close this out because I need to get up early to go to church in the morning. It is, I think, about 1:30 in the morning here, and when I do these readings, it always kind of jazzes me up, so I need to cool down a little bit and get ready to go to sleep. It is. All right. Thank you guys very much. And I'll be back on in the early morning hours again on Tuesday morning. Yeah, Tuesday morning. Monday, I have to get up early to go for a doctor appointment. And so I probably will try to come on in my afternoon, late afternoon, early evening hours tomorrow. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. We'll just kind of just say a final prayer for everyone. And to think about this image here. And this is one of transformation, rebirth, but it's a sort of a rebirth in a spiritual sense, surrounded by all your ancestors, and coming out of a portal from spiritual realm is this Christ consciousness. And whatever that Christ consciousness means to you, that's what that is. Okay, and so we'll just kind of make a silent prayer here for transformation and rebirth. Lord God, we pray for all of us here that we are born again, that we have a sense of renewal inside, and that today and every day coming from today, that you grant within us a sense of gratitude and hope and faith in our journeys, that we do not get too hung up on what could be, but keep our minds rooted in the here and the now, in the right now, because right now is the only time that matters. And I ask this in the name of our ancestors and all the saints that have come before us, and all the teachers that come into our realm to show us the way. Amen. You're welcome. You will find love. You will find love because you are love. And just remember that you matter. To be grateful for that which you have been given, and be content with that which you have been given, because you matter. All of you matter because you are love. You are made of love, and you are love. And that is the highest thing that you can attain here, is love. I have another show coming up on my other channel, the 999 show, and I have linked in the community post page is the show that I did earlier today with Woo Woo Wonderment on 999 show. It's a talk show, and I have interviews, guests, and I also do art and other things. And so if you're interested in seeing what I do on my other YouTube channel, you can go there. It is linked on this page. So that's my other channel. And this is Tools of Fortune. Like and sub if you like my content. And otherwise, we will see you all tomorrow or the next day. All depends on what the situation is. Since I take care of my elderly mother, who is 85, sometimes issues arise, and that family is a priority. So I will attempt to pop on probably after dinner later today. Anyways, thank you all for your support and for being here tonight. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.